Hey guys, so today we got one of every single Cisco weapon case. So there's 17 different cases since Cisco came out, and we're going to be opening one of every single case. So one of the earliest cases to come out was a Cisco weapon case. Obviously, wow, it's actually pretty depressing how little items was in the first case. So pretty much all you can really get in here is like a case hardened or a knife. Everything else, it's pretty meh. I guess the lightning strike is also worth around 40 bucks. Which is, oh man, we just passed the 8K case hardened. But it'll probably been like pure gold or something, so we're okay with that. But we get the MP7 skulls. I actually forgot, I actually didn't even know this was a gun. Is this factory new? It's middleware. Alright, so next up, we're going to be opening the Esports Case 2013. Damn, these cases back then sucked ass. Like, look at these items. There's not a single good item. Like, all these items are pretty mediocre on, like, every single one. But this does go for a lot of money in factory new. I'm pretty sure the factory new AK Red Lemonade is over 400 bucks. But we're getting the Mag 7 Memento. I actually didn't know this gun. Man, I didn't know. Actually, I'm pretty sure I remember this one gun existing, but I actually didn't know this was a gun. I haven't seen anyone use this in matchmaking probably in all my time. Next up, this case is a little bit better. There's actually a decent. Oh, I guess this was the first Operation Bravo. So there's actually the Fire Serpent, the Graphite, and the Foam. Everything in here is worth a decent price compared to pretty much everything else. Unless we get a Wave Spray Factory New Stat Track, that's actually worth 50 bucks somehow. At least with the USP Overgrowth. I think that might actually like cover the cost of the key in case. I'm actually not sure. Because most of the items in Operation Bravo now cost a lot more because they barely drop anymore. So next up, we got the Cisco weapon case too. Man, these Cisco weapon case are like pretty disappointing on what they bring. So you can't really get anything too good besides maybe a Blood in the Water stat track. But we're ending up getting the Blood Tiger M4A1S. The last time I checked, this thing was worth around. Is this field tested? So it might. Oh, it's been aware. I think it's around $2, $3. That might be factory new, but I'm not sure. Alright, so next up, we're actually going to open this first. Esports 2013. So here, all the early CS:GO skins were like, just so, like, there's nothing good. Like, you can't really be excited if you get anything besides a knife. I wasn't there at the start of CS:GO. The first case that I started playing with was, I think it was the Huntsman. And for the, let's see the Huntsman. So I started playing, and I actually used to own a HAL for around 60 bucks. And then it went up to 400 bucks, so I was kind of depressed about that. I literally sold my HAL like 3 days before they announced that like they're gonna cancel it, so that was pretty depressing. Let's open up another Cisco weapon case. Let's see how bad they are. Okay, I guess the Cisco weapon case 3 was all pistols. Huh. Alright, so this one also, you can't really get anything too good. Obviously the Auto ZZZ Stat Track P2000 Red Frag Cam. The only thing that can be sick about this gun is the people who put 4 IBAT powers on this. I've actually seen people put 4 IBAT power hollows on a factory new stat track red frag cam, and those look pretty sick. Another one doesn't look exciting, and I pretty much only use the USP, so I'm probably never gonna use that gun. Now we're up to the Winter Offensive weapon case. Right now, the CS:GO skins are getting a little bit better. Like, all of the CS:GO weapon case were pretty bad. Here at least got the Guardian, which I think is decent. The Asimov starts kicking in, and the Red Lines. I like those skins a lot compared to like the other cases. The other cases were like really plain. And we get the 5.7 Cami, which I actually see quite a bit of people using. So next up, Operation Phoenix weapon case. I think this is probably by far the most common case in the game. I'm not sure about that, but the amount of people that I've seen open Operation Phoenix weapon case is pretty insane, because I think this was the case that came out when CS:GO just started getting big. And obviously the best weapon you get is the Op Asimov, which is probably one of the most famous guns in the game. And we're just gonna pass the red line. Okay, I'll take it. The Gev, because that's what you always get when Gaben, like, I don't even know. Operation Breakout weapon case. See, the skins are now a little bit better. With the Cyrex and Asimovs, they keep repeating the same skins, I guess. The Asimov is probably the most popular gun in the game. Yeah, I don't know. I really like the Asimov, Cyrex, and Vulcans, but there might be a little bit too many of them. And we're getting none again. Desert Strike. And now we're up to the Esports 2014 case. This gun, I actually don't see too many people using weapons from this case, but there actually are pretty common. The Bullet Rain and Jaguar is probably what you want to get, but we're going to get a red Python auto shotty. I actually have never seen someone use this gun before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've never seen someone use a red Python in game. I actually didn't know this gun existed either. Wow. I'm pretty clueless. Alright, next up we're up to the Operation Vanguard weapon case. The Fire Elemental is pretty much the biggest hype of this gun. I mean this case, but we're ending up getting the StatTrak 5.7 Urban Hazard. I actually think this gun is fine if you want to use a 5.7. And we're up to the Chroma Case. The introduction of the new knife. This was it. The Chroma Case introduced like, what? It was like 20, 30 new knives pretty much. Well, technically it's like 6, but then multiply by like 5 or whatever it is. So we're ending up getting the Mac 10 machete. Close enough. We're getting a green Mac 10. Let's open up the other Chroma 2 case. So the Chroma 2 case pretty much crashed the price of all the Crimsons and the Knights because of the Ruby and what was it, Sapphire, and also the Ultraviolet were a lot better looking than the Knights and Crimson Webs. The Crimson Webs and Knights used to cost so much more money, and they were so rare too. But with the introduction of the Chroma cases, it's pretty much just like crashed the price. Falchion case, what do we got here? Oh yes, the Hyper Beast and Aqua Marine Revenge, and the Falchion knife. This is probably the least used knife. I see a lot more gut knives than I see Falchion knives. Like the amount of people that use Falchion knives, it's like so little. You know, there's like a little trick you can do making standing up. The amount of people that use Falchion knife, like, I actually don't think I've ever seen a matchmaking someone actually use a Falchion knife. It's just like, it's pretty ugly. Like a lot of people call it a fat flip knife or a skinny gut knife. So next up we got the Shadow case. The Shadow daggers. I'm not sure if they even fixed the Shadow dagger glitch yet. Like every time you pull them out, they move your screen a little bit and they move your crosshair. So I still don't know why they haven't fixed that yet. And now we're down to the last case that came out last month, which boosted Cisco sales completely. It's the Revolver case with the R8 introduction. This actually, I think, it pretty much got every single person that played CSGO talking about the game. So it actually made a lot more people, I think, buy cases. And, I mean, buy CSGO. So this was actually a pretty big change in CSGO. Introduction R8. I actually haven't seen anybody ever buy an R8 since the nerf. Like 2 days after the nerf. But I actually think, technically you can't really get anything good because no one used the R8 fade, so I don't think you really get in this case. It's probably a knife, and I'll take the P90 because my P90, I don't like it too much at the moment, and I probably won't use the AK or the M4 because I have. But we're getting the P2000 Imperial. What does this look like? It was that field tested. Factory new? What the fuck? There's no way this is factory new. You're kidding me. Don't you guys see like all those scratches? Like all that gray shit? Okay, I'm actually mind blown that this is field tested. But yeah, that's just one of every single case since the beginning of CSGO. Did we get all blues and purples? That's whatever. That's what you probably expect every time you open a case from like CSGO. But yeah, that's just one of every single case, and see you guys.